So I was 22. I had the best pregnancy. It was so good. It was so good. I had morning sickness in the morning, only up until 20 weeks. Other than that, it was just a breeze. So we found out early, we found out at 16 weeks that we were having a girl, even though I was adamant we were having a boy. I was adamant.
Why were you adamant?
I don't know, I just had this sense that I was having a boy, just in my bones. I was having a boy, and then when they said, nope, you're having a girl, I was like, no way, I'm having a girl. I'm having a girl. So at 32 weeks, I went home from the hospital. All they do is just send me home with some Panadol. I had a couple of days off, and then I went back to work full time. And then it got to about 36 weeks. It was just before Christmas time. It was hot. I was like over being pregnant. I was laying on the lounge and I just didn't feel right. I just was vomiting. I thought maybe I'd had like a bug. I was laying on the lounge pretty much naked in the aircon. My partner was out at the time, and I messaged him and I was like, can you just bring me home some like ice blocks and some Powerade because I don't feel very well. And he didn't. I was so annoyed. And then it was early January. I went for a shower because I felt so bad. Went for a shower and I thought, oh, maybe I'm in back labour because I had some more back pain. I had the shower head on my back. I was like, nah, this is not right. I got up, he got me dressed, and I walked maybe 10 steps to the kitchen, and he's like, nope, you're going to hospital. This doesn't look right. So we got in the car and he made me take a bucket because I felt like I was going to vomit the whole way. I didn't. He dropped me off at emergency. I remember walking to the emergency doors. And I literally got to the desk and was just slumped over the desk and said, I'm 36 weeks pregnant. I don't know what's going on. I've got some back pain and I'm like, feel like I'm short of breath. I don't know what's going on. And they literally just took me straight in. As I got to the doors, I had a nurse meet me there. She's like, you're right to walk. I was like, yep, no, I'm fine to walk. And she's like, okay. And I think we both knew that I wasn't, but that's just me. Like, I'm independent. I'm just going to show you that I'm going to do it and I'm going to get there. But yeah, I walked to the bed and I laid down. I remember taking my dress off. They put a gown on me. And then I remember them saying that they will bring someone down from maternity so that they can make sure baby was okay. And that is all I can remember from that. I don't remember anything from what happened while I was in the bed, anything that was said. That's it. I was out of it. I was conscious, but I was out. From what I was told, I was transported from Ipswich Hospital to the Mater. It was about maybe 12 o'clock at night. I was told that I'd had like a resus team with me, like a C-section team, just in case I needed a C-section on the side of the highway. And then I was told that I'd got to the Mater, was rushed straight into theatre, and then had a C-section. And then I was told that I had gone into cardiac arrest for 36 minutes. And then I obviously wasn't right, so they brought the ECMO team over and I was put on ECMO. Once I'd actually had the C-section and Aaliyah was born, they took her up to NICU because she was born flat, so they chucked a breathing tube in her and chucked her up to NICU, and that's where Troy and like all of our family spent with her like the whole 12 hours she was alive. And like Heartfelt came and took photos, and they all just spent time with her until it was her time. While I was being stabilised, all of our family was up with Aaliyah, spending time with her, getting to know her. I was in theatre. They were still working on me. I'd eventually was stabilised, and then police escorted to Prince Charles ICU from going into cardiac arrest and having, I wouldn't even know how to call it, heart failure? Heart failure? Yeah. I have no recollection of anything that happened while I was in a coma. Don't remember hearing anything. Like, apparently people were brushing my hair. I even had someone paint my nails while I think I was at Prince Charles. Someone painted my nails, and when they bathed me, they'd washed my hair and like put my hair in plaits. I don't remember. I found out she wasn't alive. It was about a day after I'd actually woken up. I remember waking up at Prince Charles and I lifted the blankets because I'd still had some tape over my C-section scar and they were taking it off, and I was like, I've got a flat belly. I think I just knew. And then my partner at the time had said that she passed away, but I was like, I think I already knew that. I think I knew that it had happened. And then nothing was ever said after that. I felt dumbfounded, I guess, that I'd gone through all of that and I didn't know. And I was upset that I never got to spend time with her. Coming out of that, I think that if I could go back, I would have pushed myself. That first time that I felt sick at 32 weeks, I wish I pushed myself to go back to the doctor, to like follow up appointments and find out what was actually wrong so that things would have had a different outcome. I had made it clear that I didn't want any visitors, only my immediate family, because I thought after everything that I'd just gone through, it was just chucked at me. I wish that I did have visitors, because I had people messaging me saying, I want to come see you to make sure you're okay. But I just turned them down because I thought it was what was best for me. But I regret that. I wish they were there. So I met with Trish once I got back to the Mater, and she was just talking to me about what can happen. I knew that Aaliyah was here, but I had made a deal with her that I wouldn't see Aaliyah until my last day, which was on Australia Day. So I think it was about 2 weeks that I was here and she was here and I didn't see her. But I regret that. I wish I spent like every day with her. Looking back, it would have been great to have a support team for the loss of Aaliyah. Because moving from the Mater to the Prince Charles, waking up at the Prince Charles, there wasn't much personal communication, I guess, about what had happened, why it had happened, where she was, like what will happen after, and while I'm processing it, I guess, at the Prince Charles. I am honestly not the person I was before. If you would have asked me 4 years ago to do this, I would have just turned you away straight away. This is not something I would usually do at all. But if it's gonna help someone, I'm happy to do it.